Are you looking for standard bred, thoroughbred, stable supplies, or nutritional products? The Harness Shop Online specializes in bringing only the highest quality horse and equine equipment and products like harnesses, bridles, and other racing and training equipment direct to you, our valued customers. Many great promotional offers and discount coupons are available online at theharnessshoponline.com or call us at 1-866-469-8181. The Harness Shop Online, your one-stop shop for horse and equine products, equipment, and supplies.
We got a great trip. Tim worked out a really good trip, and the horse, he showed he had some guts reaching down the last 100 feet and got up in for the win.
Could you speak up just a little bit?
Okay.
Folks in the back can't quite hear you. I'm going to ask the question everybody wants to know. You said that you won't race a third heat with him. Bruce Saunders actually sat here and said the same thing about Rock and Roll Heaven. So just tell us about that.
Well, if it was the last race of the year, I probably would, but he's got probably 8 races after that to race in, and he's got the Breeders' Crown in 8 days, and I just think it takes too much out of a horse. And you know, you hear a lot of guys tell you like, "Oh, we used to do it that way," but the guys didn't drive like that. I'm 52 years old. I've seen what they used to be, and it's really tough to win this racing, and you have to go 3 heats. If I don't get it done in 2, it's like, okay, good, and we'll see you later.
All right, I'm going to open the floor to any questions right now about one more lap. So if anybody has anything to ask, go ahead. I've got plenty of questions, but go ahead, sir.
How big a factor is it racing, say, in the first division versus third, as far as cooling out or being rushed?
I don't think really any. It seems like most horses, when they're doing the heart rate now, they're back to normal like in 10 minutes or so, even less than that probably. Especially the good ones, they just recover so much quicker. I don't even, maybe it might even be a little bit advanced. The heat that's going to be today, that the other horses are going to be sitting around sweating for another hour. But I don't think it's any big deal.
Yeah, you're in the last elimination heat. What do you do with the horse when you bring him back off the track to get ready for the next heat?
Well, I'll probably have my grooms. We'll probably strip him in cold water bath and try to get his temperature down right away, and you know, let him have as much water as he wants. I mean, like it's like horsemen a lot of times don't want to give him any water, but it's like athletes, they used to do that years ago with, you know, kids you can't drink when you're doing sports. Well, now they, you know, get the Gatorade in you and all that. So hopefully he'll drink a lot, and you know, hopefully get the. If he doesn't win the first heat, we're not coming back for the second. So hopefully he wins the first heat.
And how much experience do you have training horses for heat racing over the years?
Absolutely none. We had Dewey Cheatham and Howell win the fraternity in 3 heats, and I'd never want to do it. He won the first heat, come from dead last, and I never want to do that, put a horse through that again. I think he was the only horse that come out of the race that actually won another race. I mean, it's just too much on him, I think.
Yes, sir.
Well, do you training any different for 2 heats?
I haven't, because it's almost like by this time of year, they're in condition. It's just that their attitude is, you want to keep them happy. And, you know, a tight horse and a sour horse aren't going to win. You get a happy horse, and they're usually going to, you know, still try. And right now, he seems like he hasn't even lost a step from the beginning of the year. Because by now, a lot of the horses are beat up.
Second part of that, have you trained him at all on this track at all?
No, not at all. Not at all. If they can't get around, this track is unbelievable. So, you know, it's like racing on a carpet. So I think it'd be very good here.
You said you'd like to keep him happy. What do you do specifically to keep him happy?
Well, he actually doesn't really mind it at the track, but like a lot of my horses, like, you know, we ride them and swim them. So I swim him quite a few. I rode him most of the winter, and when it got spring, we started swimming him because I figured if he needed a break or a little break in the routine, he already know how to do it. And but he's actually a funny horse. He just stands in the stall. He's no personality, and you know, he's got a dropped lip and just kind of hangs there. But when he gets on the track, like Timmy says, when he's racing, even training, his ears are always up and they're always working. So you know, that's usually a pretty good sign of a happy horse.
When you and I talked a couple of weeks ago, he hasn't always not had any personality. You said you had to make a couple of minor adjustments to his anatomy. Can you tell us about how he acted then?
When we broke him, he passed away now, but my partner, Paul Doherty, we were pretty good with Colton. I usually kind of let Paul do the breaking until we got him like a real rotten one, and he was rotten. He was real strong, Colt, and when we line drove him, we had 2 guys on either side with chains over his nose, and he'd take you for a run. And then we finally got him over that after about 4 weeks. It usually takes about 1 day. And he was kicking all my help. So I said, okay, I'll take care of him. You know, you guys don't know what the hell you're doing. And obviously they did, because he kicked me twice and then he lost his balls. I don't think the horse would have raced with being a stud.